Welcome back to Liberty in Finance. We're live here at the Rule Symposium on Natural Resource Investing in Boca Raton, Florida. I'm with John Miniotis, the president and CEO of Abra Silver. It's the first time I've ever learned about this company, and I'm looking forward to learning along with you what it is that Rick Rule saw in this company that caused him to invite you to be presenters at his symposium. So welcome, John.
Excellent. Thanks very much for having me. It's my pleasure.
You and I were just chatting briefly about the history of Abra Silver and its major project and your role there. Could you, before we get into those specifics, could you give us your view of the macro environment that we find ourselves in with regard to silver, as far as the supply and demand, what the trend is likely to be for prospective investors who are considering that?
Absolutely. I'd be happy to. In terms of silver last year in 2022 had its largest deficit in recent times here. And so the silver demand is growing significantly. Of course, silver is used for things like solar panels and electronics, etc. And so on the industrial application side of things, silver demand continues to increase year over year. But then, of course, also silver is a precious metal. It's seen as a store of value. And so on the demand side as well, you have silver as an investment. So silver bars, silver coins, etc. And that's increased significantly as well. So very strong demand for silver. Now, what we focus on mostly is the supply of silver. Where's a new supply of silver going to come from? And there are very few projects out there right now. Primary silver producers have very few primary silver projects that could be brought into construction within the next few years. And so supply has stagnated. It's actually been declining for a number of years now. And there are very few high quality silver projects out there that can come into production to meet that rising demand over the foreseeable future, which is the next 5 to 10 years here. And so we're in the very fortunate position at Abra Silver where we have one of these highly scarce, high quality silver projects.
You know, Rick has talked to us about the importance of precious metals, but also as industrial metals. So that two aspects of silver that's fairly unique, because even though like gold has some industrial applications, electronics or whatever, it's much silver's role seems to be much more prominent. I have a background in engineering, including solar, so I'm very aware of that need for the green future and green economy, that sort of thing. Now, your company and your major project that you are overseeing and bringing towards production, or is it in production or towards production?
No, it's moving. It's an advanced stage exploration,
all right.
And so we're moving towards production.
Right.
So we're moving. The next step is a pre-feasibility.
So where is it located?
Yeah.
And tell us more about the magnitude and the grade.
Sure. So Abra Silver key project is called Diablilos. It's in the Salta province of Argentina, so northwest Argentina. Salta is a very mining-friendly province. We're right in the heart of the lithium triangle. There's lots of mining investment going on all around us, a lot of lithium projects being built, and then particularly on the gold and silver side as well, a lot of development and exciting new developments there. And so we're in the right jurisdiction of Argentina. This is a very mining-friendly province, and we have a large-scale, advanced stage silver and gold project. And so currently we have about 110 million ounces of silver, 1.3 million ounces of gold in one main deposit at our Diablilos project. Now what's exciting is just recently, within the last 12 months, we've discovered a higher grade deposit, only a few hundred meters away from that main large deposit. So we've been systematically drilling this over the last 12 months and have announced several spectacular high grade intercepts. And so the next step for us now is to announce a resource estimate on this new discovery that we've just made, and then announce a pre-feasibility study by January.
And what I've been learning along the way from talking with guests such as yourself through the exploration development phase is what you're talking about by doing additional drill holes around strategically, based on your knowledge of geology and what you've already found so far. It helps you to understand, get point samples of data that give you an understanding of what the size and shape of that underground deposit might contain, so that you can then come up with this estimate of what the total mineable value might be, and that helps prospective investors to know what they'd be getting into if they come on board.
Exactly.
So how long has the company been around?
So the company was founded back in 2016 under a previous management team. I took over, myself and the current management team, we took over running this company in January of 2020. So we were previously running another company that was called Athon Minerals. We merged the two together because we really liked the deposit here that Abra had at that time. So merged the two companies together. We took over running this company in January of 2020. And since then, we've made incredible strides. I mean, we've really expanded the size of that main deposit. And now, just over the last 12 months, again, having this brand new higher grade discovery has really helped transform the company.
Since we're at the Rule Symposium, I know through Rick's repeatedly telling me and reminding our viewers as well that the only companies that get to be exhibitors here are ones that he not only has hand-selected because of the research and due diligence that he's done on your balance sheet, your management team, your prospects, and so on, but that he's also invested in it personally. Do you have a way of telling us in a few words what it is you think that Rick saw in Abra Silver that attracted him to it?
Sure. So Rick was an investor from day one of the predecessor company, which was Athon Minerals. And so that was the company pre-merger. And so he really helped finance that company. It was a team strong track record. So that company was backed by Altius as the largest investor. It was actually a spin out of Altius Minerals. Another company that Rick really knows a lot about. And so, yeah, I think it's a team that we've established. And so, you know, in addition to myself, we have a very, very experienced senior geologist, David O'Connor. He lives actually down in Argentina in Salta, so very close to the project. And so he's there all the time, a wealth of knowledge there. And so he's really been instrumental in helping make these really high grade discoveries for us. And so we have the right team, we're in the right jurisdiction with the right project, and of course the right commodities with silver and gold.
Well, we're glad to meet Abra Silver for this first time. We'll be happy to keep everyone appraised of the progress that you make going forward. We'll put the link to the company's website in the description of the video, as well as the stock information if people chose to participate and get on board as owners. And any final thoughts you have for prospective investors who are considering trying to understand what they'd be buying into if they decide to join Abra as a shareholder?
Sure. No, thanks very much. I'd say, right now, with all the turbulence in the markets, of course, market conditions have not been favorable for any explorers out there. But it's times like these where you can find incredible undervalued opportunities. And so for a company like ourselves, and there are many opportunities out there, of course, but for us specifically, we've made this high-grade discovery. It's a brand new zone. It's large, high-grade silver, close to the surface, and the share price has been flat. And so we're not getting any value for this. And so it's a unique time for new investors looking for opportunities. We've already de-risked this. We've made a discovery. We know it's significant. We'll be announcing additional catalysts coming up over the coming months. And you're not paying anything for it in the share price. And so, it seems like high upside potential going forward. But on the downside, you're quite protected, just given we already have a large resource and now we're adding to it.
Well, it's great meeting you for this first time, and thank you for explaining the value proposition of Abra Silver to our subscribers here on Liberty and Finance.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
This is Kaiser Johnson with Liberty and Finance, and this is the Miles Franklin Weekly Special for August 28th through September 4th, 2023, while supplies last. This week we feature your choice 1-ounce silver rounds at just $2.50 over spot. Choose between the Silver Buffalo or Silver Asahi rounds, both at $2.50 over spot, both 22 a tube, and both 500 to a box. The Silver Buffalo is made by various private mints across the U.S., with a design based on James Earl Fraser's iconic Buffalo nickel. These 3/9 fine rounds are highly recognizable and one of the most trusted types of bullion rounds available. Next, the Asahi refinery continues the legacy of famed private mint Johnson Matthey, which they purchased in 2015 and refined with the same attention to detail, cementing their status as an LBMA certified supplier. Their 1-ounce rounds are also 3/9 fine and also on sale for just $2.50 over spot. Additionally, the Asahi rounds are IRA eligible. If you'd like to learn more about a precious metals IRA, call us, and we'll be happy to help you in that process. To order our specials or any of the many other options we have available, call us at 1-888-81-LIBERTY. That's 1-888-815-4237. We're available after hours and on weekends, and we look forward to speaking with you.